Hello friends, this is Dr. Amarjit Kaur. I am Professor of Accounting and Business Communication at the Department of Management, Gurugram University. I carry about 30 years of experience into food industry and education. I also train people in many areas as part of MDP, Management Development Program, and Faculty Development Program. I've authored 9 books and 56 research papers, and I'm very happy that I'm here with you this day to talk on how to write a business plan. So writing a business plan is a very important topic because anybody who wants to be an entrepreneur, wants to run his or her own business, he or she needs to know exactly that how would my business work. All the operational parts, all the strategic parts, so they need to plan everything. So they need to actually pen down. It could be a formal, unorganized, organized document, but important is that they need to write a business plan to see how the business will move, how will it grow, what all phases it intend to see, and what will be the outcome of the idea he or she has. So any entrepreneur cannot succeed without having a very effective, feasible business plan. So question comes in, how do we write a business plan? So to understand that how do we write a business plan, because it comes as a part of business communication, because this document goes to many internal and external parties, so one need to be very sure about what it is been written in the business plan. So what is business plan? So a business plan is a document, as it says, it outlines how and why a business is being created. Being a new business or an old business, we may revise and rewrite a business plan. We may come up with a new vertical for the existing business, or altogether we will come up or we want to come up for a new business. So in all the conditions, we need to have an outline, right, which tells us that why am I creating this business or this vertical or this department. Business plan is not all the time written only for a new business. It could be written for a new department, new product, new area, new geographical area, etc., etc. Right? So this is a document which is summarizing exactly that how and why the business will run, why it has been created. So it's a formal document, as the name suggests, and it contains the goal of the business, the method, how would I attain those goals. It's just not the business goals are there in the document. The way, the methodology, all operational aspects to achieve those goals are also written in this document, right? And also we do write the time frame. By one year I will reach to this level, or my business will reach to this level, my sales will go up to this extent, or my clientele will grow to these numbers, right? My financials will show up like this, my assets are, so will means I am expecting, okay? So my goals are there in the plan, my method to achieve those goals are there, and the time frame is also there. So it's a document which describes a business, the products and the services it is going to sell, or it will be selling, or it is selling, and the customers it is going to sell. Because we may say that I will earn this much revenue in my plan, but how I am going to earn that revenue? Of course, either by selling products or by rendering services, isn't it? So my business plan is a document describing that what will I be selling, all the complete product or the service line, and the customers I am going to sell it, who will be my current or the prospective customer. So that is also outlined in this document. And also the strategy, that how are we going to build our goodwill, our name, and how are we going to grow. So my growth could be that in the first 5 years I am going to sell these products in these areas. In future, I intend to come up with new verticals, new products in the product line. Initially, I want to sell X number of products and then Y number of products in X number of areas or territories, and later on Y number of territories, isn't it? So I am explaining everything to myself first, because I am convincing first of all to myself as an entrepreneur, as a business. I am explaining it to all the stakeholders, especially to my investors who have to invest in my business, right? Investor could be a small business owner's father, could be friend, could be a bank, could be anybody. So this is a strategy which is put up in the plan, how to build, how to grow. This strategy could be for marketing and could identify the competitors, who all I'm going to compete with, who are going to be my competitors, right? So those competitors are there, the marketing strategy to sell those numbers of products I intend to sell. This also forms the part of the business plan. And it doesn't stop here. It includes the financial forecast, be it expense, be it my cash flow. So what will be cash flow after 1 year? What will be expected, expense for marketing, for production, for sales? That is my budget. So all the predictions pertaining to cash flows, both inflow and outflow, my expenses, their budgets, both operating expenses and capital expenditure, both are actually forecasted, are written in this document, which is known as a business plan, right? So in all, this particular plan, which we call as business plan, this document becomes a guide to a business. It becomes a roadmap that helps that how would a business achieve its goals, right? So the complete roadmap is there in this document. So you can imagine the importance of this document. It becomes imperative for the growth of a business that it is written that how a business will achieve its goals, how will it grow. So it's a management tool which analyzes results, which makes strategic decisions. It really showcases how a business is going to operate and grow both. Operation is day to day, right? So we have to function. So how I am going to function as a business altogether, as a business entity, and how I am going to grow. So everything of growth and operational aspect is going to be part of this document known as business plan, right? So why do we need a business plan? Once I have discussed what is business plan, now I am going to discuss the need for a business plan. So friends, there are many reasons that we need a business plan. The first one is, this is essential for seeking a loan or investment. To begin with, any business cannot work or function without capital investment. The percentage, the amount of capital investment in the total expenditure may be differing from one business to another one type of business to another type, one size of business to another size of business. But no way a business can work or start without money, without funds. Those funds could be arranged from one's pocket, one's own pocket. The personal investment could be there, or a person may need a loan. It all depends on the size of the business. So, to seek a loan, let's say I have to go to a bank. I want to set up a unique boutique where we are offering solutions for decor in your home. Not furniture, decoration of every individual room, lobby, balcony, kitchen, etc., etc. So I want to come up with a boutique offering beautifying solutions. So this is my business idea, let's say. And I don't have money then 1-2 lakhs. So what I will do, I will prepare a business plan. In that document, I will write objective. My goal is to provide unique services, niche services in the area of home decor. Right, be it planning to providing all the artifacts, I may be planning to offer antique effects, antique items. So I made up a plan. I forecasted that for the first year I may not be able to reach out to very huge number of people. So first year projections for expenses, for revenue, for everything is been made. Second year I expect certain growth, so my forecast for cash flow, for expenses is different, and so on. So let's say I made forecast for 5 people, which includes marketing strategy, which includes my product line, which includes USP of the product I am selling, my cash inflows, cash outflows, budgets, everything is there. And I reach out to a bank to seek loan, right? Because I intend to be an entrepreneur. So I am seeking a loan from a bank. So how can I get a loan? Unless I submit a business plan, unless I convince a manager that my idea is good, it is going to work. I have all the details and I have all the sense to run this business. I have the capability. So I need to establish that through this document known as business plan. So that's the first reason that why do we need a business plan, right? If you want to prove that you can grow faster, so this is a proven strategy. It's proven to help you grow faster. Why? Imagine if you just have started a business randomly, without planning, without thinking, whom will you reach out after 1 year? After reaching out to this set of customers, what will be your next cohort? Who will be your next segment to reach out? You did not think, and now after 1 year you are struggling whom to sell, because you did not realize it that this particular segment which you began a year before is going to get exhausted. You need to build a new customer base. If you did not realize that a year before when you started the business, which means you did not prepare a business plan. So you are not going to grow at the speed you wish to. So this is proven document which helps you to grow faster. And not only that, it gives you the confidence in the expenditure which you are incurring for capital, or otherwise the capital nature. So the capex decisions, which we call as capital expenditure decisions, are more effective, are taken more rationally or with good lot of information in hand, and it really brings confidence of anybody who is going to invest in that capital expenditure budget, because you have a plan ready, you have a forecast well defined with you. Okay, so that's the third reason that why we need a business plan. The fourth reason that why do we need a business plan is it's going to catch critical cash flow challenges which you are going to or which you are expected to reach after some time, or expected to receive after some time. What does it mean? The critical cash flow challenges. If you make a sense out of what I am saying, every business has some effect of seasons, some effect of events, some effect of part of financial year. People during the last month of a financial year, you will see there's a lot of expenditure by institutional clients, and especially the public sector units, the PSU, the government offices. They intend to spend in the last quarter more than what they spend in the previous 2 quarters. So it means there's a likelihood, if you are supplying goods or selling goods to the government sector, and if they are your primary clientele, then certainly in the first semester or first quarter of the new year, you will be facing somehow some cash issues, or maybe in the second quarter, but in the last quarter you will receive better cash flows. So if you have that sense, if you are selling something which is seasonal, let's say winter clothing, summer clothing, or something which is which has been sold most during a festive period. Let's say nuts. In India, nuts, the dry fruit which we call, are sold mostly in Diwali season or the winter season. In summer, the consumption of nuts goes down significantly because of the weather condition, especially in the North India. So, if you are preparing a business plan, you will be able to work on monthly basis, weekly basis, and then make a total of the cash inflow and cash outflow, and you will know that this is the time period where you will have cash crunch, where you will have to manage the liquidity. You will have to figure out how would you pay the salaries of the employees you are going to hire. So you can catch critical cash flow challenges on different time periods because you prepared, you thought about it, you prepared your business plan, you documented it, you could preempt, if I may say so, all the possible challenges. Exceptions are always there. Nobody thought that corona will hit and the businesses will hit so badly, and they will, especially in the hospitality industry, and they will have to shut down. Many hotels, small size hotels, have shut down because they could not take the challenge of cash or the liquidity, right? Then the next reason that why a business plan is needed is that this particular document can help you reduce the risk of being bankrupt, risk of liquidity, all those things. So all business risks, financial risks, they are actually taken care, at least they are thought in advance, and the moment we can think in advance and we have some clue, certainly we will think to solve it as well in advance, right? So the risk of failure, risk of liquidity crunch, risk of financial crunch is being taken care by preparing a business plan. The next reason that why do we need a business plan is that this becomes a foundation for strategic planning and prioritization. What will be my priority in case I have a cash crunch? Then certainly as a business I would be knowing that I have to keep my operations running. I have to, if I am a production unit, I have to keep my production running. I need funds to manage my raw material, to pay to my labor, right? So this becomes a foundation document for strategic planning, for prioritization. So this is this is so much important. The next reason is that this helps to set achievable goals and milestones. After 5 years, my sales should reach to this level. After 5 years, my assets should reach to this level. After 5 years, my market capitalization should reach to this level. At least you have some goals and you know when you are expected to achieve a milestone. All those unicorns which are working, they have they have their moment of life when they reach to the level, those startups, when they are achieving the status of unicorns in India, right? So a startup has a milestone becoming a unicorn of the country. So this is what, if the startup has a good business plan, they could forecast their revenues, expenses, and they could keep certain percentage of revenue for all the extraordinary conditions, and they could hit the target, the goal. So they can actually achieve the milestone, and they can, with this plan, they can at least aspire to achieve the milestone by a certain time period. And lastly, an asset in case of you are selling your business, you are valuing your business. A business plan becomes a valuation document. It is referred to as a document to value a business, a startup especially, which are coming up. They are coming up with new idea, and when they expand and when they have made a mark in the market, when they want to sell their business, their valuation is based on the business plan. It is not completely, of course. The major thing is the cash flow. The cash flow is also part of the business plan. If the startup is able or any business for that matter, if not the startup, even the old business, if they want to sell, if they are able to establish that they are able to achieve the revenue targets and they have potential to grow at the speed which is documented, and they could prove that in the past they were able to achieve as per their business plan, so of course the valuation will be higher, right? It will become a document, it become an asset to say, to sell a business itself. Now moving forward, types of business plans. So there are two types of business plan, internal and external. So internal business plan, so the plan which is written for the purpose of internal stakeholders, right? A business plan justifying all those aspects, be it marketing strategy, be it cash flows, be it the milestone to be achieved, be it capital expenditure. So it is written but to be consumed internally. So this will be known as internal business plan. This internal business plan will have all the details of operational aspect, that how would my business operate. So these operational aspects related to HR function, related to production, related to marketing function, production function, accounting function, all those functions, all those aspects of operations are written in this internal business plan, right? So this document, which is internal plan, the internal business plan, it layouts goal and helps in strategic planning. Of course, any business cannot work effectively without having a strategic plan in hand. So the goals are there in this business plan, they are written, all operational aspects are written, and internal stakeholders can be convinced with this document, with the help of this document, and this can be laid down very clearly that how the goals will be achieved, and this is the strategy to achieve it. Now coming to external business plan, this is meant for external stakeholders. So everybody outsider, special business plans are written to convince an investor, to convince a government body, to convince an partner, the collaborator, the valuer, the buyer, right? So the document is written for external stakeholders, especially when we have to source fund from investors. This document is been written, right? And this presents an evaluation of main competitors, the description of marketing strategy, the description of where do I operate from, my address is there, my detail of employees is there, my detail of previous cash flows, inflows, outflows is there, my competitors, who are my competitors, what is the number of my clients, who all are there in my clients, what type of cohorts do I have, what the segments do I have in my clients. All these things are there to convince some investor, to convince somebody externally, and this document works as a very important document for that purpose. So friends, this was internal and external business plan. Now coming to 3 O's of a business plan. So there are 3 O's of a business plan. Number 1, objective, outline and outcome. 3-1. So number 1, objective, number 2, outline, and number 3, we must have outcome. Objective, every business plan is written with an objective, that I want to start a business in the area of home decor as a special boutique solution, niche solutions for every individual house, right? So my objective is to give best services in this area. Outline, I prepare an outline that what will I sell, how would I be selling, how would I extend my services, who will be helping me to deliver those services, who all are going to be my clients, and what not. So complete outline of my goals, my strategy, my HR function, all operational marketing function, financial function, everything is there. And the third O is the outcome. Every business plan intends to achieve By writing this document, I am either convincing the externals to invest in me in my business. So that was an external business plan. I am convincing the investor to invest in my business. I am convincing the internal stakeholders, my employees, that this is achievable, this target is achievable, right? That becomes an internal business plan. So 3 O's of a business plan. So friends, by this time you would have an idea that what is a business plan, how important this document is for any business to grow, excel and achieve different milestones. And also there are 3 O's which form part of the business plan, which describe a business plan, that this business plan helps us achieve objectives, it outlines the operations and it has always some outcome expected out of it. So with this I would like to wind up and would like to thank you all for being with me. So thank you friends for being with me.